Ulysse, congratulations, your first ever BRDC British F3 win. From pole position, you dominated the first half of the race, then had a bit of a challenge towards the end, but overall, you can't be too disappointed to take that first win.
Yeah, obviously after yesterday's disillusion, we are quite happy. Had a solid start, went away of the line very well. The first few laps I saw that I was very fast compared to the guy behind, so I didn't really push hard, I was just controlling the race. And then I saw Kaylen coming back at the end, the gap was dropping off quite massively, and I just didn't really manage to get out of my comfort zone. I stayed like driving very calm, not taking any risk, and yeah, I just brought it back home. So big thanks to the team in the first win in British F3.
Obviously, it's your second season in the championship, but obviously now you've finally got your first win, so that's a good bit of momentum for you going forward for the next few races.
Yeah, for sure. Last year I never had any crash or whatever, so I was always at the front, but not enough to win the main races. And in the reverse grid race, I was always starting at the back. So this year I had a crash yesterday, so we started at the front, and I was confident that we could easily grab the win, and we made it. So it's a good point.
Well then, Ulysse, thank you very much. We'll see you after race 3.
Thank
we'll
you.
move on to Hill Speed's Oliver Clarke, who finished third. Kaylen Frederick's currently doing his TV interviews. But Oliver Clarke, your first ever podium in BRDC British F3 from 5th place on the grid. That was a really strong and combative race for you.
Yeah, really strong race. We didn't get the best getaway off the line. Held it around the outside. We gained back the positions we lost off the start in turn 1. Then had a good battle with some of the JHR boys. And then we were in second, but Kaylen was just super fast, so he caught up and got past, but really happy to finish third, first podium in cars.
Obviously, it was a very wet race out there. How difficult was it to stay on the track in those conditions?
It was difficult to stay on the track. A couple of laps, I outbraked myself into chicane, had to go over the curve a little bit, but it wasn't too bad once you got the braking points. But I've never driven around here in the wet, so it was quite difficult.
Now you've got that first podium under your belt, a good bit of momentum to push you on for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, good bit of momentum. Unfortunately, we're starting from the back in the next race due to disqualification in qualifying, so hopefully we can come through in these wet conditions again.
Thanks, Oliver. Well done. Kaylen, starting I think 11th on the grid to take second. That was some drive through the pack for you.
Yeah, first couple laps was just all about survival, to be honest. But yeah, once the race sort of settled in, I could just pick people off one by one. And yeah, car was great. I think it just shows how much progress we've made in wet testing. So I'm really thankful the team's given me such an amazing car. But yeah, just really happy. We had a great result today after disappointing end to yesterday. After we had some car issues with the actuator was failing, so I couldn't upshift or downshift occasionally throughout the lap. Still managed a decent position from it, but you know, I'm a bit disappointed we didn't get the result yesterday. But you know, the second place in reverse grid with, you know, I think 10 positions gained is quite good, and so I'm quite pleased with it. It was a good recovery, so yeah.
The gap to De Pauw at some point in that race was about 8 seconds. You brought it down to a couple of seconds towards the end. A couple more laps, do you think you could have had a chance at a win there?
Yeah, I mean, on the in lap, to be honest, I was right on him, so you know, I don't know if he was letting off a little bit, but 1 or 2 more laps, it would have been promising, maybe looking for a win. But I can't complain because it was such a great recovery, so I'll take it. Yeah.
Good stuff. Thanks, Kaylen.
Thank you.